Hey, welcome to World Code Updates. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The headlines are stark. The US and Philippines are launching massive base upgrades on disputed islands in the South China Sea. Manila and Washington are sending a clear signal. Our resources are off limits. This marks a fundamental shift in Southeast Asia's geopolitical landscape. A powerful alliance is being reinforced with concrete, steel, and shared resolve. The goal: protect sovereign territory and the immense natural wealth beneath the waves. For years, tensions simmered in these strategic waters. Now, action replaces rhetoric. The US-Philippines partnership, rooted in a decades-old mutual defense treaty, is entering a new, tangible phase. We're witnessing the construction of facilities designed to project power and enforce international law. The focus key islands on the front line of a modern-day Great Game. This is a calculated response to growing assertiveness from regional powers. The world is watching as this drama unfolds, with enormous implications for global trade and energy security. The South China Sea is a major artery for international shipping, and its resources could power nations for generations. The decision to build up these outposts is a bold declaration. The Philippines, backed by its strongest ally, will not stand by while its rights are challenged. Security is the bedrock of prosperity. Without the ability to defend its borders and resources, a nation's economic future is uncertain. The joint projects underway are a direct investment in that security. From Manila to Washington, the strategy is unified. The time has come to draw a line on the coral reefs and sandy shores of the West Philippine Sea. Two names are central: Balabac and Pagasa. These aren't just remote islands, they're strategic anchors in the Philippines' maritime defense. Balabac, the southernmost municipality of Palawan, guards the gateway to the Sulu Sea and vital shipping lanes. Its proximity to resource-rich waters makes it a critical staging point for monitoring and response. Further north, Pagasa Island, known internationally as Thitu, is the largest Philippine-administered island in the Spratlys and home to a small civilian community. Pagasa is a powerful symbol of Philippine sovereignty, sitting near significant oil and gas deposits. Developing robust infrastructure here is a national imperative, solidifying claims and providing a forward base. Upgraded runways and deepened ports extend the reach of the Philippine Air Force and Navy and allow for a persistent US presence. From these bases, the Coast Guard can better combat illegal fishing, smuggling, and piracy. Balabac secures the southern approach. Pagasa establishes a foothold deep within disputed territory. Together, they create a defensive line that's hard to ignore. This forward posture shifts the region's balance of power. The Philippines and its allies can now observe and react in real time, providing a credible deterrent against aggression. The true prize in the South China Sea lies beneath the waves: vast, untapped reserves of oil and natural gas. Estimates suggest at least 11 billion barrels of oil and 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas are at stake. For the Philippines, these resources could mean energy independence and economic transformation. The Recto Bank, just 80 nautical miles west of Palawan, is believed to hold the most significant deposits. Tapping even a fraction of this wealth could fund infrastructure, education, and healthcare for generations. This immense potential is why the area is so fiercely contested. Developing these fields would reduce reliance on volatile global markets and create high-paying jobs. The military upgrades and diplomatic maneuvering are driven by the promise of this black gold. The bases on Pagasa and Balabac are guard towers protecting a vast treasure chest. When the time comes to unlock that wealth, it must be the Filipino people who hold the key. The fight is for economic sovereignty as much as territorial integrity. The stakes could not be higher. The conflict is rooted in a clash of legal interpretations. On one side, international law, specifically the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, the Philippines Exclusive Economic Zone, or EEZ, covers the vast oil and gas reserves at Recto Bank. On the other, China's so-called 9-dash line, a vague claim to nearly 90% of the South China Sea, overlapping the EEZs of several nations. In 2016, the Philippines won a landmark legal victory at The Hague, invalidating China's 9-dash line. The tribunal affirmed that features like Mischief Reef were within the Philippines' EEZ. Beijing rejected the ruling and continued its activities. That's why a physical presence on islands like Pagasa is critical. Legal victories alone aren't enough. Enforcement is essential. Building military and civilian infrastructure is the next step, demonstrating commitment to upholding the tribunal's decision. The bases are the physical manifestation of the legal ruling. This is our territory, affirmed by international law, and we are here to stay. The upgrades on Balabac and Pagasa are transformative. On Pagasa, the Rancudo airfield is being paved and extended to handle larger aircraft, including transport planes and fighter jets. A new naval port will allow Philippine and U.S. ships to dock safely, enabling a more permanent presence. These facilities support everything from routine patrols to joint military exercises, turning Pagasa into a logistics hub in the Spratlys. New hangars, upgraded barracks, and advanced command centers are being built, equipped with modern radar and communications. On Balabac, similar air and naval facilities are under construction, leveraging its strategic location. These projects are part of the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, with the U.S. funding and assisting in construction. The facilities are owned by the Philippines, but can be used by U.S. forces for joint activities. This collaboration enhances the armed forces of the Philippines and reinforces the U.S. commitment to its allies' defense. The result? A network of resilient, forward-deployed bases. These upgrades drastically cut response times and increase operational reach. The islands are no longer isolated. They're now hubs of power projection. The message is clear. The Philippines is ready to defend its interests. The primary purpose of these upgrades is deterrence, specifically to deter aggressive actions from China. The new bases make any hostile act far riskier for potential aggressors. Long-range radar, upgraded runways, and naval ports give the Philippines the means to respond quickly and forcefully. The U.S. partnership signals a strong commitment. An attack on these facilities could trigger a joint response. This strategy isn't about starting a war, it's about preventing one. The message: these waters are not undefended, and any attempt to seize them will be met with swift resistance. Securing sovereignty comes at a cost. Investments flow from both the Philippine budget and U.S. military financing, with hundreds of millions allocated for upgrades. Every dollar spent is a strategic investment in national security and the protection of trillions in oil and gas reserves. The economic return could be astronomical compared to the cost. These projects also create jobs and stimulate local economies, bringing development to remote communities. Defense spending here is also an investment in people and the nation's future. Pagasa Island is more than a military outpost. It's home to a resilient Filipino community. Their presence strengthens the Philippines' sovereignty claim under international law. Life here is unique. Residents are fishermen, government workers, and families living on the front lines of geopolitics. Military upgrades mean greater security and better access to supplies and medical care. Manila supports this community, reinforcing its claim by ensuring Pagasa is a functioning town, not just a military rock. Civilians are frontline defenders, their daily lives acts of sovereignty. The goal: a sustainable, thriving community that stands as a beacon of Philippine resolve. The construction on Balabac and Pagasa is about securing a prosperous future for the Philippines. National security and energy security are inseparable. The bases provide the shield needed for peaceful economic development and energy independence. Enhanced security reestablishes a balance of power and creates stability for diplomacy and trade. With credible defense, the Philippines can develop its resources and transition from energy importer to exporter. The bases are more than military installations. They're symbols of national resolve and guardians of the nation's future. The roar of construction and jets in the West Philippine Sea is the sound of a nation taking control of its destiny.